In the previous video, I gave you a not so good explanation of how you can find out the root of a quadratic when you can't factorize it. I didn't expect you to fully understand it, so just carry on with it. Watch a few examples, and then hopefully over time you will understand it. It is quite strange. So let me give you another example. You probably won't understand this one either. So watch another one after that. Okay, so given this graph here, from my sketching graphs section, you should be able to sketch this graph roughly. Okay, okay, let's try and sketch this. So when x is small, this thing here dominates. So the intercept will be minus 13, minus 30. So this is like a straight line. It has a gradient of 8. Okay, and when x is big, this thing wants to do something like this, a quadratic curve. But you've got to compromise. So we're going to guess it's something like this. Okay. So now well, one solution is here and one solution is here. So well, we are going to try and find out these 2 points here. Okay. So well, at this point here, sorry, the first thing you should do is try to factorize this inside your head, but it turns out that it's quite, well, I don't think you can do it. Yeah, so make this what? Well, we are trying to find out this point and this point. Well, at these 2 points, the y value will be 0. So put the 0 into the y. So you will have this 0 equals 2x squared plus 8x minus 13. So now we don't, well, we want the coefficient of x squared to be 1. Okay, so divide everything by 2. So 0 divided by 2 will be 0. This one here will be x squared. This one here will be 4x, and this one here, let's just leave it as a fraction, 13 over 2. Okay, and now we want to get in the form in this. We want to rewrite this in this form here. X let's say plus a squared, and then plus or minus b. Okay, we want to rewrite this in this form here. Now this form is actually very useful because later on we will be able to work out this point, the lowest point. But at the moment, let's just concentrate on these 2 points. So we want to write it in this form here. Now, in order to do this, now this is the hard part. In order to do this, keep your eyes on this bit here. Just concentrate on these 2 terms. How would we be able to create these 2 terms? Well, you know, if I give you something like x squared plus 10 plus 10x, plus 10x plus 10x plus 25. If you look at this here, you're going to need half of this. So when you do this here, when you factorize this, it will be x and then plus 5 here, okay, and then x plus 5 here. Well, this is like x squared here. Well, whatever squared here. My point is that this is, well, when you come to square this, you're going to get x squared plus 5x plus 5x here. So when you're given 10x, you pretty much need half of whatever, half of the 10. My point is that if you look at this 4 here, 4x here, but when you rewrite it in this form here, this is what you're trying to get. This is what you're trying to write it well, you want to write it in this form here. So, well, look at the 4. You're going to need half of that. So, hang on. So this would be x plus 2. I know that if I write this, I'm going to be able to achieve x squared and 4x. But the thing is, I will get some rubbish at the end, because if you multiply this out, hang on, x plus 2. If you multiply this out, this would be, hang on, this would be x squared plus 2x plus 2x and then plus 4. You see, this is good. This is what we want. This is what we want. This is in effect 4x, okay, which is what we want here, x squared and 4x. But the thing is, we've got this rubbish here. So, but immediately take away the rubbish. Immediately, if you get rid of the rubbish straight away, then in effect you have this term here. Okay, just bear in mind that this bit here, when you square it, you would get this whole thing here. But because you don't want this 4 here, you immediately throw that 4 away. Immediately throw it away. So in effect, you will only have what you want here, x squared and 4x. Okay. So once you immediately throw that 4 away, then take this thing down to minus 13 over 2. Okay, equals 0. So now single numbers on their own are like one entity. So you can in effect merge these two together. Okay, so it's minus 4 and then minus whatever that is. So let's turn that into a fraction. So x plus 2 squared. Let's turn it into a fraction here. Minus 13 over 2. This equals x squared plus 2. Hang on. Plus 2 squared. And then times top and bottom here by 2. Okay, so that becomes minus 8 over 2 minus 13 over 2. Okay, now it's just a matter of tidying up. Hang on. So this becomes x plus 2 squared, and then minus 8 minus 13. So that would be minus 21 over 2. Okay, remember this equals 0 here. So we want to get x equals something. So add this. Well, let's just turn this into 10.5. Okay, 21 divided by 2 is 10.5. So let's add 10.5 to both sides. So this is in effect. So we are adding 10.5 to both sides. So this will become x plus 2 squared here. Now square root both sides. Remember, when you square root, when you square root, there will be two answers. So it will be plus and a minus version. Okay, so 10.5 here. This one here will be x plus 2. Now you take away 2 from both sides, but yeah. So you normally take this thing down first. Okay, 10.5, and then you take away 2 on this side here. Okay. Well, I'm just going to change this. So at the moment you've got this thing here. Okay. You've got this thing here. So let's put the minus into the bubble here. So it becomes this. Hang on. So it becomes this. So it becomes. Hang on. Let me clean this up. So it becomes. Well, you're going to put the minus into the bubble there. So it's going to become minus 2, and then you've got a plus out here. Now you've got a plus. Let's switch these two around. Okay, switch these two around, so it will become this. It will become minus 2 inside a bubble here, and then you've got plus or minus root. Well, but basically you can just change these two around like this. So this becomes x. Okay. Well, this step here is not important, but it's what everyone uses. It's a convention that everyone uses. So, well, we don't actually have to do this. But I don't know. Just might as well do it. Okay. So the answer x here would be minus 2 plus plus. Well, let's try and do this anyway. So calculator. So calculator, clear this. So let's do root 10.5. Root 10.5. So hang on, 10.5 here, and then square root it, and then I'm going to put this into memory store. Okay. So now one solution would be negative 2. negative 2, and then we're going to add that square root 10.5. So memory review here equals this. So one solution is 1.24. Okay, it's 1.24, and the other solution would be minus 2 minus that root 10.5. Okay, so hang on, let's clear this. So the other solution would be negative 2, and then we're going to take away root 10.5. Okay, memory here equals this. So the other solution is negative 5.24. So going back to our original diagram here, hang on. So the first solution is 1.24. So this here is 1.24. Okay, and the other one is negative 5.24. Okay, so there we just found these 2 points, and you see this form here. This is the hard part, but once you do it a while, it's really easy after that. It's just hard at first because it's quite strange. You see, this form is really useful because soon we will be able to work out this point here. Okay, so just remember when you get to this stage here, well, you want the coefficient of x squared to be 1, and the hard part is from here to here, where you have to write it in this form here. Okay, but just watch a few examples, and then it will become easy after that. Okay.